This vintage wedding dress was donated by a follower, and its story is a unique one. In Deb's letter, she stated that she found this in a water-stained Montaldo's box, leaning against a donation dumpster. She tried to see if she could locate the original owner to no avail. And finally, she decided to donate it to me in hopes that I could restore it and find it a second chance. I have to say, I think this one is going to be something special. And we're lucky because this is a double restoration. It also comes with the veil and headpiece. The amount of floof that this dress has, it takes up half my dining room table. So it's time to see what we're working with. I have to say that I was blown away. Even with it being in the condition that it's in right now, there's just something so romantic about it. It feels like there was no detail spared. And the train is so long. It's going to take quite a bit of elbow grease. But I am so looking forward to seeing the final result with this gown. I have a feeling this might be one of my favorites. Make sure to stick around if you want to see the befores and afters. And thanks for watching. It's time for an update on the vintage wedding dress that I've been working on restoring, and it was found in the rain by a dumpster. Thankfully, the gown inside of the box it was found in at least hadn't been affected by the rain, but it definitely needed some work. This gown is so floofy, it took over my entire dining room table. The first thing I like to do is evaluate the gown, and do any mending or removal that I need to do ahead of time. This gown had beautiful buttons. However, buttons like this often have a metal base, which means if I were to soak this gown, they would rust, and then the rust would stain the rest of the dress. So I removed those along with this metal-lined crinoline. But then I found something mysterious. I had never seen something like this. At first I thought maybe it was from some sort of tradition. I opened it up and after some research, I found out that this is actually a weight. But then I also found out that it's made of pure lead. So yeah, I definitely washed my hands right after this. Everyone likes to ask me what products I use. So here you are, it's Nellie's. I'll put their information in the description. So first I started out with some warm water and a couple of scoops of Nellie's laundry soda. I love this product because it helps neutralize any smells, and it does a good job of removing things like bodily stains. I much prefer this over dish soap and vinegar. Okay, so this gown, when I say it's huge, I mean it. It literally took up my entire bathroom. And it also instantly started soaking up all of the water. But this is always my favorite part. Watching it touch the water after decades, being covered in dirt and grime, is just so satisfying. Sure enough, as always, Nellie's did the trick. All of the dirt instantly started to lift. Within just a few minutes, you could see how cloudy the water was getting. I continued to hand wash it for about 20 more minutes. One of my favorite things is seeing the progression from when it first hits the water until after it's done with its first soak. You can see the water starts to take on a yellow and grayish tone from all of the pollution and the dirt and from being worn on that special day. After doing tons of hand washing, as you can see, I let it drain out and got it back into place. I very gently squeezed the water out. Then we go in with the item that fixes everything. This is Nellie's Oxygen Brightener. While the water was running, I put in a few scoops of this to make sure that everything was all emulsified. Then I let the tub fill, and it was back to scrubbing. I find these products also to be really gentle on my hands, just like they are on fabrics, so no worries there. I scrubbed this for probably another 20 minutes, and then I let it sit for about 2 hours with intermittent hand washing in between. You can already see that this has made a huge difference. After this, I rinsed it off and let it drip dry in the tub. Then, first thing in the morning, I took it out in the sun to let it work its magic. Even soaking wet, you can see the poof. I can't wait to see this beauty completed. Make sure to follow along if you want to see the end result. And thanks for watching. Are you ready for the final reveal of this wedding dress I've been working on for the past 2 weeks? After drying in the sun all day, it was time to sew on the many buttons. This has to be done by hand. What I thought would take me about an hour ended up taking about 4 because of errors like this. I originally thought all of the buttons were the same, but as you can see, clearly they're not. So I had to start over again and remove all of the buttons and then sort them out. But one of the cute things I found while doing this was a little tiny piece of leftover rice from their wedding day. Even after washing, this little guy held on. Then it was on to ironing, and then steaming, and I had to get creative on how to do this. But then I realized this dress was not going to fit in my living room. So to do the reveal, I needed to take it outside. And wow. Seeing this in the sun was just a whole different experience. The ways that the sequins catch the light, it really brought out all of the subtle details, including the pearl beads. And the moment we've all been waiting for, the train, which was gorgeous, and I actually really liked it in a bustle. This wedding dress took a lot of work, but I think it was worth every minute. What was once found in the rain by a dumpster is now back to its original glory. I'm really looking forward to this dress getting a second chance. and I'm happy that so many of you have fallen in love with it already. I believe this is from the late 1950s. Designer is Montaldo's, and the full measurements will be in the description. Thank you so much for following along on this journey. What do you think? Was it worth it? Thanks for watching!